What is up, everybody? I'm Mocatino, and I'm here to stream one of the semifinals of the Open Division, which is Winterload versus Helix. If I'm wrong, please correct me, but I think it is how we say his name. Another semifinals will take place on next Sunday, which will be Charismas versus Scav, and then we will have finally have the finalists of the Open Division. And without any further ado, it is a best of 7, game number 1. My left hand I have Winterload. On the right I have Helix. Winterload playing as KSR. While Helix playing as Hopper. Helix playing Squeezed Mole, Skunk Snake Wolf. Pretty strong early game. Winterload with Sunnerlist with a better mid-late game, even though Helix has Snake Wolf, which can do pretty well against Badger. None of these players will rush. They are going for A farms. Winterload checked for animals on this little high ground. Really weird map, a lot of water. Hello Lotus, thank you for being here in the chat. Interesting position of this double score warning by Helix. Here on the back of this space. Meanwhile, Winterload is expanding. Oh, this is good, man. Winterload is not scouting. Helix will take these 2 scroll lines, which take care of scrolls, waiting for more moles. Winterload saw something, he will check, and Helix sells. Almost. I think if Helix hold the moles, you have to hold the moles before moles pop up. He could execute what he was planning. Helix is also expanding here. Growing snakes. Snakes is really strong in the early game. Deals pretty well against other T2s. Falcons are good against snakes, but you need to have a good engagement. Flat snakes tag these falcons, as falcons only have 16 HP, and falcons have burst damage, but it takes a while to falcon to reload, and then he's dead. Winterload expanding gold campfire, interesting. Helix not going any farm here, he expanded, not going farms, going T2s, making sure he has a good tech advantage against Winterload. And this is a good push. Put 1 farm here, decides to push. Winterload is expecting his push. Take the campfire first. Take the campfire. But Winterload is here. The score was sharing between dealing damage to Winterload army and damage to this campfire. And this is not good for Helix, because the campfire is here. It's still up. The army of Winterload took care of the Helix army. It was a bad engagement for Helix. Not what he was expecting. Winner Load keeping the counter attack. He has Falcons, he has Pigeons. 6 Pigeons is enough to sustain damage. He decides to retreat. And this is bad news for Helix, because now he's really behind in farms. Winner Load has 2 picks already working for him. He has his campfire. Helix needs to keep it up with farms if he wants to stay in the game. And Winner Load is advancing territory. Pretty interesting move by Winner Load, expanding again before the A farms on the expansion, making sure he has the territory. Elite Commando dies. This could be the end of the game. Saves one skunk. One more loss for Helix. Mold here, taking care of the Badger. That was great. I was sleeping here while Helix is setting up an mole attack. Took care of the Badger warning. Good move. But still, he was way behind in the game. Behind in army, behind in farms. While the mole attack was good to delay the Badger, he lost tempo. Helix is in big trouble in this game. Big trouble. And lizards are good. Lizards are good here. As long as the map, as long as the choke point is not narrow, Helix can take a good engagement now with lizards. But this is not a choke point that Helix wants. Helix wants a more open choke point. Winner Load needs to sell something. To go Badger, Winner Load now is checking for animal harassment. Scouting also if Helix had a third expansion or something. Badger of Winner Load is almost here. Disengage. This time around, Helix had a better engagement. Is still not enough to deal with Winner Load army because of the 6 pigeons helping him. And this is almost game over. Badger is almost here. It's behind in farms, behind an army. And that's checkmate. There's nothing Helix can do here. He cannot use leaders anymore to base race. Skunks are pretty low in HP. Doesn't help either. The Badger is here. Helix is selling some warrants. Trying to survive in this game, but there's nothing he can do. Game number 1 in favor of Winner Load. Winner Load was pretty good in Capitalize after the first engagement of Helix that didn't work well for him. And that's the story of the game number 1. And let's go to name game number 2. On the bottom we have Winner Load. On top we have Helix. I'm not really sure if it's how it's pronounced. if it's Helix or Helix. And this map here, I'm pretty sure we have more of a macro game, even more than the first one, the previous one. I can see here like 25 farms game. Let's see. Both of these players have a lot of expansions. Winterlode has one more, has 4. Helix has this 3 males. And this one here a little bit distant. With 3 males we can do a lot of things. If the game goes to the distance, it goes a lot more. Winterlode has this one more mule here which can give him some advantage, but not a big deal. And Helix expanding first. This time around, Winterlode is going more army before expanding. And Helix or Helix is going expansion and one farm. Let's see what Winterlode will do. He also expands. He knows that he has chameleons. And Helix sees this expansion. Check the whole side of the map. It's going raccoons, going one more farm, risky move, because this is about to have to defend this engagement. But Cam is not a good to attack bases, and Helix have already one raccoon to defend, so it's safe for him. Oh! And Helix let he take his expansion. Took a lot of value. Winterlode took a lot of value from Helix. Helix needs to counter attack right now. He doesn't. Oh, he does. He has 2 raccoons. Winterlode has 1 pig here and 1 cam already. It might not be the best position Helix wants right now, because cams are great against raccoons. This is also again a bad situation for Helix. Lost another raccoon. Another chameleon come to help Winterlode. And these pigeons won't help. Pigeons are not good against the choose. When you only have 2 ones. This is a desperate situation for Helix. He wants to attack again. He's expanding. The more time passes, the better for Winterlode. He has more economy, which means he are forced to have a more army. It's the worst of the both worlds from Helix. And this is good because now raccoons provide food every 4 seconds. 2 more food for Helix. Meanwhile, Winterlode is going wolf. Saw some scrolls. He knows that he can defend. The checkpoint is terrible for Helix to attack. Helix at the point 3 farms. He needs to keep it up with Winterlode. He didn't scout the wolf. The fox wolf right now. Oh, this is what Helix needed. Because the commander of Winterlord dies. Still, even the army of Winterlord, now Micro, is able to deal with the army of Helix. Because raccoons are terrible against tanks and falcons. And the tech expansion will go down again. And the game is over. Winterlord putting 2 points on the scoreboard here in the semifinals. And Helix steps. There's nothing you can do. Let's go to game number 3. On the bottom we have Winterlord with 2 points in the semifinals. On the top we have Helix desperately needing 1 game here in the series. This time around Helix have a way better map compared to Winterlord. Winterlord doesn't have a safe expansion. His expansion is pretty close to the high ground that Helix will be once he expands himself. Both of these players going 8 farms. Winterlord is about to put 1 farm here. A little bit late, but it's good. With the game it goes to starvation. One base game starvation. Winterlord will starve late compared to his opponent. Helix expands. He has a better map. That's a really bad map for Winterlord here. Winterlord tries to attack. He's going to expansion here. He decides to not. Going more scrolls. 4 scroll runs. Helix has 3 scroll runs. Helix is going 1 farm in his expansion. Bold move by Helix. Winterlord is setting up a push here. Expanding forward. He knows that his expansion here is terrible for him. He needs to expand the high ground, as his opponent is. Interesting game. Winterlord knows he has an advantage in scrolls. That's a great engagement for Winterlord. Great engagement, got 3 scrolls, 60 value. One more scroll. And this is perfect for Winterlord. Now he's got control of the high ground, destroying the expansion. For Helix now that has the tech advantage. He's going skunks. And balloons for Winterlord. Nice skunk. Nice skunk here for Helix. Some guys here on the high ground. Winterlord meanwhile gets more roaring for Helix. The situation is pretty terrible for Helix now. Dealing with this balloon. Skunks don't deal with balloons. Mines now. Very skunk catch by Helix, but he lost 1 skunk. 8 things worse. Lost another one. And the game is pretty much over for Helix. Because this balloon mines at the high ground. Especially the balloons here. How can he deal with balloons with the same amount of scrolls his opponent? That's nothing you can do. Winterlode coming hot in the series with 3 points. 3-0 against his opponent. Helix trying to survive, showing some resilience here, but at this state of the game, there's nothing he can do. Behind in economy, behind in army, lost the territory advantage he had. And the last battle. Winterlode with a way better, superior army. Didn't pretty well with the Helix army. This time around, Helix ended up with 2 skunks alive, but how can you deal with the balloon? There's nothing you can do. Has some pigeons helping him. Good micro by Helix. And the game is over. Winterlode 3-0 in the series. Game number 4. On the bottom, Winterlode coming with 4 T3s, man. 4 T3s. Boar, Badger, Wolf, and Fox. And Helix going with Boar and Fox, which is pretty strong. Which Winterlode also has in this deck, in his deck. Winterlode has Lizards, Edge War he will do, Double Lizard Warring. Helix needs to scout this. A little bit late, you need to scout this at the 30-second mark. He doesn't see any farm. He suspects something is going on. Check for moles. Going more farms is not the right answer right here. Lost this pig. And Winterlode didn't lose one single lizard in the process, which is pretty bad for. And also again, not losing a single lizard. That's the worst scenario for Helix. He lost 120 value, while Winterlode didn't lose anything. Anything. He managed to get all of the lizards alive. And situation is pretty bad for now for Helix with just 3 pigs working for him. Winterlode has already 4 pigs, more farms. Oh man, what Helix do in the situation? He needs to play patiently, try to keep up with the army, which is pretty difficult. Economically, he's behind. Checking for moles. Good scouting by Helix. Needs to play very patient. Try to keep up with farms. Keeping up with farms and wait for a mistake by his opponent. Maybe Winterlode with superior army gets a little bit cocky, you know, he knows that he's way ahead, and then you don't play with much care, and then you make a mistake, and then your opponent is back in the game. Helix trying his best to keep up with an army with his opponent. 12 squirrels. He sees the wolf roaring. And he tries to attack, but when he sees the wolf roaring, he tries to attack, but it won't work because lizards are better than squirrels, and your opponent has a better economy, which means he can deal with your army, and that's what happens. And things become even worse for Helix right now. Lost a lot of value. Winterlode is waiting for wolf, expanding. Helix going one more, squirrel roaring. Keeping his 6 pigs, 6 farms. Going 8 farms right now. Winterlode is expanding here again, maybe a ninja. Good scout by Helix. Double checking. Wolf. Helix going more squirrel runs. Things are pretty difficult for Helix here. Oh, he has the patience, has resilience. Going one more squirrel run. Winterlode going a lot of harms. He attacks, and not only lizards are better than skulls, but now it's lizards with wolf, which makes things worse. And this stage of the game is pretty much over. He lost a lot of farm, that's too much damage. Unfortunately for Helix. He's saying goodbye of the championship. And Winterlode comes strong. Helix really trying something, not giving up, not tapping. There's nothing you can do. Winterlode going boar right now. Helix not tapping. He wants to die with dignity. He wants to die with everything he can do. Yeah, now he taps. And the game is over. The series is over. 4-0 in favor of Winterlode. Winterlode is going to the finals of the Open Division, waiting for Scav and Karma's doing that game on next Sunday. Then we will have the finals. And I don't know if he will have a third place game in the championship. So Helix is not finished in this competition. He can fight for the third place. And that's it, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Keep an eye on the Discord server. We will have the finals of the competitive division soon. I believe not this Saturday, but the other. And I believe it next Monday I will stream the other semifinals. and we will have the finals established. Thank you guys, see you next time, bye bye.